Hello, everybody. We're winding out the year. December is here already. I'm not ready for Christmas. I'm still I'm still trying to scramble around for that, but I definitely have a lot going on. We have a lot going on here in the library, and I wanted to give some updates and answer any questions you might have. So if you're tuning in or watching this later on a video recording, be sure don't feel you're welcome. You're welcome to contact me and talk with me about anything that might be coming on. So, anyway, I would love to share those updates, and let me give you the most immediate one. Tonight at 5:30 here in the library, we have a guest speaker who is sharing information about a book that has been written, reading his recent new book called But for Mercy. It's a book by Howard Isom. And Howard Isom was a former inmate who is now a preacher. He's going to share his story of inspiration on how, he came from prison and found hope and redemption and is now leading productive life and has a great inspiring story for us all. So if you want to hear more about Howard Isom and his story in the book But for Mercy, join us tonight here at the library, 5:30. That's kick off our series on spiritual wellness. I'm kind of looking over here at my notes, but the December calendar is full of good things. Adult calendar, children's calendar. We've been rolling. We started out the month with an open house and a Christmas concert this past Monday. We had Acoustic Folk Society here, and they were amazing. We had a lot of cheerfulness and joy going around with the singing and good times here. So if you missed it, don't fear. We're having another jam this Saturday. Now, this jam is going to be held at the VFW called the Liberty Sessions. We've got local artists to come and entertain for us. They'll be kicking things off. But if you're a musician and if you like to pick and play, we want to invite you to come out and jam. There'll be an open jam let's see, the kickoff starts at 2. We're going to feature Will Easter, Highway 268, Doug Davis and Friends. Again, you can find this on our website. After they get us going with some entertainment and music, we will have the floor open for anyone and everyone to play music and jam and have a good time. Following the open jam that lasts from about 3 to 7, we'll have some other acts to kind of wrap it up and wind things down. We've got the Wilkes record players, Randy McNeil, Helen Morris and friends, and maybe others as well. We'll just see who can make it, but I know it's going to be a great time to get together and hear some good music, play some music, enjoy some good company for support of the VFW. We know that some of the VFW are Marines and they have a toy drive. So if you feel inclined to bring a toy for a child, they're doing that Toys for Tot drive as well. So come on out and visit our holiday jam at the VFW and support that. We do some programming with our veterans. Most of you have seen and heard before about our local Veterans History Project. This is volume 1. We gather up stories from our community to share about their life in general. Maybe they were in combat, maybe not. That's irrelevant. They are veterans and we want to keep their stories alive and share them with each other. What I want to share with you today, though, this is a rough draft of a rough copy here. It's not a book, as you can see, it's just a print, but this is the cover image for volume 2. And we are waiting on volume 2 to hear from our publishers any day. Our goal is to have volume 2 in hand for distribution at this event. And if you haven't shared your story with us, we want to talk with you about that as well. It's a great way to memorialize and have a keepsake for your own family. These stories are not all from veterans that are with us today. Some are deceased. Some of the stories go back to days of World War I, even Civil War. And very exciting, another show and tell item, very exciting. we were just recently received an award of excellence from the North Carolina Society of Historians for this project. Now, again, this is a great effort from the community to document the stories and make them, they're so beautiful. The photography, the layouts, just reading the book, it's so inspiring and heartwarming to hear about those stories. And I just can't express enough gratitude for our veterans who worked and fought and sacrifice their time from family and friends to go and serve and do this to keep us free. Um, the book, a work in progress, is always ongoing. The stories are being collected all of the time, so um, we never want to turn that down. We want to make that into an annual project. I want to thank our two towns, Wilkesboro, North Wilkesboro, our Friends of the Library, the Genealogy Society, the Daughters of American Revolution, the Sons of Confederate Veterans, all these organizations that have provided and sponsored funding to put these stories together for us in print. The books are distributed to veterans and family members as a keepsake, like I mentioned, but we also share them with assisted living and schools, and we have them on hand here in the main branch and in the Trap Hill Library out in Trap Hill for you to borrow and check out and read. And there's a whole digital archive that complements the book. The book complements the archive on our website. So check out those stories. They're amazing. They're so inspiring. As I mentioned, you will enjoy reading and learning the historical value of all of those stories, whatever the campaign or branch may have been. I want to throw a shout out as well to our partners that work with us and provide programming. Via Health is here every month, and we just wrapped up some programming earlier this month, so check back for that next month. The Chicks with Sticks, the knitting and crocheting group, they meet every single Monday at 4 o'clock to encourage each other and have some friendship and talk and fun while they work on the crocheting and knitting. And we've got some special projects that they've been helping us with that I would love to share with you more. Can't let the cat out of the bag yet, but next month, we'll fill you in. But if you'd like to learn, if you're a newbie, I know at some point you want to pick it up and learn that skill. Crocheting and knitting is my hobby, and I love to help teach that class and work with those in there. But we kind of help each other. It's very informal. It's not intimidating at all. We even have some hooks and needles yarn here for you to try it out before you make an investment in the supplies. The veterans, again, do have a meeting every second Friday. So they're meeting tomorrow, and they're going to be reading an excerpt from, well, actually it's a short story from their anthology written by Ernest Hemingway. It's Soldier's Home. They're talking about this every second Friday. It's called Talking Service Book Club. So we meet at 10 o'clock here in the main library. Veterans, anyone that's a caregiver or just a concerned civilian and wants to learn and understand more, you're welcome. Anyone is welcome to join in with the Talking Service Book Club. And again, tomorrow, second Friday at 10, the conversation is on a short story by Hemingway, who's my all-time favorite author. So you don't want to miss out. If you can be here for that, or come anytime and pick up the information and join us for that monthly program. The library's book club that meets here in the library on December 19th, that's Tuesday, every fourth Tuesday, this will be at 4 o'clock. They're going to just have a gathering today and share recommendations. There's not necessarily a book that's been discussed or on the table for discussion, but there's a lot of good books to talk about. So if you've read something good lately, we want to know. And you might want to hear about what others are reading as well. We'll have some refreshments. Just come and bring your appetite and visit. You know, we might not just be talking about what we've read, but we're going to not be just eating our cookies, but we're going to be feeding our mind, right? It's the season to be reading, and it's your mind that you'll be feeding. So come on out and visit and learn more about the book clubs. Book clubs are always my most favorite activity. All right. I love to read and talk about books. And I want to mention that we have this monthly giveaway, the Book List Reader. This is full of recommendations from publishers about what's new, what's coming out, interviews by authors, all kinds of good information, and books. Here on the back, books that you might like to gift for the holiday season. This is the newest edition of Book List Reader, and each month we have this free copy until supplies run out. So if you'd like to pick one up, stop by and pick one up. Um, our Trap Hill Library, I run the book club out there. We call it the Reading Trap, and they meet monthly. They usually meet every second Thursday in the evening, but that has recently been changed to a 12 o'clock noon gathering at the branch, at the Trap Hill Branch Library. So next Thursday, next Thursday at 2, we'll meet out there. But next Thursday is also the Trap Hill Branch Library's Christmas open house. So if you haven't visited the branch, or if you live out that area, stop by and hang out and see what's going on. We'll have some refreshments again. Good holiday punch and cookies and snacks for everyone. I'll be able to share with you the lineup for 2024. I'm currently working on that brochure on the books that are chosen to read with the Reading Trap next year. And I'll give you a little plug for the Reading Trap. It's not your average book club. It is a book club where we try to knock out all the recommended reads from the ultimate to read list. Believe it or not, there's a book out there with 1,001 books that you must read before you die. I know that seems like a ominous goal. Like, how in the world can we read that many? We might not get to them all, but we sort them in a random number generator and pick one out each month to celebrate the birth of the author's birthday. So just as a heads up, what we will read in January, in case you're interested, is a book by Yukio Mishima. He's a Japanese author, and he has a book called The Sound of Waves. I haven't read it yet, but it's one that's recommended, and it seems so interesting. I can't wait to get my hands on it. It is set in a remote fishing village in Japan, and it's a timeless story of first love. Everybody knows about their first love, and this one tells about Shinji, a young fisherman, and Hetsu, a beautiful daughter of the wealthiest man in the village. Shinji is entranced at the sight of Hatsu in the twilight on the beach, and they fall in love. When the villagers' gossip threatens to divide them, Shinji must risk his life to prove his worth. That sounds so romantic. I can't wait to read that book. I'm a romantic at heart. And an interesting thing about the author, Mishima, he died in 1970 with under amazingly, it was a self-inflicted suicidal death. And it was a protest of some sort about the politics of Japan. So he had just received recognition on a tetralogy called The Sea of Fertility. And that was another book that is also recommended on the to-read list. And I've not read any of his work, but there's a film about his life. It's called Mishima in 4 chapters. So that brings me to say that every first Saturday of the month, now this month is gone, but next month is coming. So I believe it's, let's see, I think it's the 5th, January, is it the 5th? The 6th, sorry, January the 6th. I know we're in December, but I want you to put this date on your calendar. It's the first Saturday, and every first Saturday, we have a film sponsored out there at Two Rivers Cinema on the big screen. It's a film that's either about the book, it might be the book's version, the film version of the book we're reading, or it might be a film that complements the book. or it might be something about the author. So what we're doing, we couldn't find the film in English, being this is a Japanese author, and I don't know how to translate that language. And they didn't have anything with English subtitles, so that book has been made into film. It's very, very popular. But instead of watching the film on The Sound of Waves, we are going to watch the film on Mishima, the author's life. And he led a very interesting life. So you may be interested in coming to visit with us there at the cinema for Keeping It Real, January the 6th at 1 o'clock. Save the date. I probably will, may or may not see you, but I'll try to send out a message as a reminder. And if you follow our website, our Facebook, the social media sites, you get those heads up about all those things that are coming up and things that are going to happen. And I did want to say that we're closed for the holidays. We're closed Christmas Day and Tuesday and Wednesday following Christmas. We'll reopen for a little bit that weekend, so you can come and get some more books and bring back materials and find out what's going on. But we are closed again for January 1st, New Year's Day. We'll all be recovering from our New Year's Eve celebrations and bringing in the new year with a good book, right? Wrap yourself up in something good to read, not just wrapping them gifts. Wrap something, find a good read. And another funny pun I'll say, if we get some weather, there are so many books to read, right? There's no end to that. I do want to mention, though, that the Friends of the Library have their monthly book sale going on. It's a great place to find some really nice books at rock bottom price. They have donations that are given, and they refurbish. Sometimes they clean them up. Sometimes they're like brand new books. It's unbelievable, the books that you'll find there at very affordable prices. So that's a great place to go for your used books. And they always have their sale on the second Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So a week from today, over at the Friends sale behind the Stone Center in the warehouse there, they'll be putting those books up, and you might want to stop by and pick some up for gifts, maybe to add to your own collection. There's all sorts of good books to read over there. Let's see. Probably talk about all the highlights. Grab a calendar, check out the website. Children's calendar, by the way. Our children's librarian, Amber Combs, brand new librarian. She's managing that department now. She took up and took over where Elizabeth left off. So Elizabeth, if you're watching, Merry Christmas. We miss you. Elizabeth has moved on to Hendersonville, and Amber Combs has come to fill her shoes, and she's doing a great job. Look forward to seeing you there and come by and visit with her. We have a special story time in the children's area this Saturday with Santa, the big guy. He's here. He's going to read some stories for us and help you celebrate and bring in the new year, or bring in the holiday season with him and your kids. Come on down and take a photo opportunity with Santa here in the library. Also, let's see, another opportunity for a good story time is with Santa will be here in the morning at 11, but in the afternoon here this Saturday at 2, we have a retired Navy captain to visit with us and read stories with the kids. The Builders Club, that meets every Saturday at 1. You might just want to come spend the day, right? Hang out with Santa, maybe go get a bite to eat and come back and play with Legos and build some really cool things at 1. And then hang out and see Darlene reading with us, the Navy captain, at 2. And well, I shouldn't have said go get something to eat. Bring your food with you, or just stop by and visit with us at 12. That day is full, right? That's a full day. Santa at 9, December 9th, Santa at 11. Legos are the STEM Saturday, excuse me. We're all over the map, right? STEM Saturday, this Saturday, we're going to be making some fake foamy snow. I don't know how they do it, but that's their science experiment of the day. Weird Wild World of Science is going to be making snow in the library at 12 o'clock, December 9th. At 1 o'clock, Legos, the Builders Club. Now that's every Saturday, but if you're here this Saturday, 1 o'clock, we're having the Builders Club. And at 2 o'clock, another story time with the Navy captain. So back-to-back things happening here on Saturday for the children. Lots of other things to keep and put on your calendar. Come out and visit with us. There's every second Monday, which in my imagination is not my imagination, in our calendar, right? I'm imagining, when is the second Monday? We just had the first Monday, so next Monday on December 11th, we have at 4 o'clock our monthly art supply swap. I know a lot of people like crafty things. I store up on yarns and fabrics and things to sew and knit. And sometimes you have leftovers and somebody might have some other things that would help you, and your supplies might help them, or you might want to learn something new. I mean, we've got all kinds of paints and crafty materials and sewing and any kind of thing that you can create with here to share, swap, pick up. It's just a free for all, not really just come and bring something and take something and share something with someone. Meet some other artists, pick up a new talent or a new arts and crafts idea, develop a talent of your own or a hobby. You know, we're all talented. So feed your mind, feed your hobby, read and create and be inspired and connect. These are all the words. Explore. These are all the words that we like to promote here at the library. And I just want to give everyone a big hug for Merry Christmas. It's a virtual Christmas hug for you. And come out and join us. We'll see you soon. Merry Christmas, everyone.